Well, this week was definitely filled with a bunch of what I would consider home run fragrances. Just stunning fragrances across the board. Compliment getters, some unique DNAs, and some that just flat out smell freaking amazing. It's that time of the week. It's time for the weekly rotation. It's week number 74. Stay tuned. Starting off on Sunday, one I haven't reached for in a little while that I'm an advocate for. Does not get a whole lot of love out there, but it's definitely a great designer fragrance. Sporty scent that smells a little bit better than a sporty scent, and that is the Homme Sport. Smells great. Blood orange, sandalwood, a few other notes, but that's what stands out to me. It's crisp, it's bright, it's got that strong, sharp citrus edge. Smells really good. Gets compliments. I mean, not some massive magnet that's just going to pull them in like it's going out of style, but if somebody smells you, they'll definitely think you smell good, in my experience. The occasional compliment. Underrated, underutilized, does not get a lot of love, like I said before. One that I do enjoy that I just don't wear enough because I have so many freaking fragrances. That's the case with a lot of these. That is the burden of having a lot, but the blessing of having a lot. I got a lot of variety, such as the Homme Sport. And then when I got out the shower that night, speaking of some variety, one that I haven't been wearing, Mont Blanc Star Walker. Definitely need to start getting a few sprays out of this bottle. Beautiful fragrance that's in the realm of a Versace Man Eau Fraiche, but the bamboo note just adds a little something different to it. Beautiful, relaxing scent. Beautiful scent. Beautiful. 24-ish will get you a 75 ml from Discounter, still available from FragranceNet, Amazon, places like that. Find them at the rack stores for 20 bucks for a 50 ml like this. It's worth having. Doesn't perform that good, 3-hour fragrance, but it smells great. You can spray it super heavy. It shines in the heat, which we're moving into some pretty hot weather here lately. Even here in Colorado, it's been in the low 80s. It's a beautiful scent. Great out the shower, great casually, great on a hot day. Out the shower that night, Mont Blanc Star Walker. Moving into Monday. So tomorrow, today is the last day. As of this going live, it is Sunday. Today is the last day to enter the giveaway to get a full bottle of this next fragrance, as well as Night Flower from Les Fleurs de Golf. Make sure to check out that unboxing first impressions video to enter the giveaway. There's 1 day left. Winner will be announced on Monday on Instagram. But obviously I'm talking about Les Fleurs de Golf, but this is Coco du Yemen. So traditionally, I'm not a big fan of coconut fragrances, and this is pretty much a coconut and vanilla bomb. Not the most off-the-wall fragrance note breakdown, but it's simplistic, and what you see in the notes is what you get. And I gotta tell you, it's a believable coconut. It smells like shaved coconut shavings is what it smells like to me. That's what I think of every time I smell it. Beautiful creamy Madagascar vanilla in this one. The amber is kind of there in the background. It adds a little bit of a warmth, but it's not an amber heavy scent. I don't smell a lot of amber. It's mainly the star of the show being the coconut, and the supporting player, I guess the main supporting player you could say, is the vanilla. It does last all day and then some. It is an extrait de parfum, and it's a unique scent. Beautiful, unisex, powerhouse that's wears a little bit heavy for being coconut, but not so heavy that I don't think you can't pull this off in the heat. You're just going to project like crazy because it's a heavier scent. But it definitely smells incredible. Sample it if you can. If not, get your hands on a bottle. They have upgraded their shipping, so the shipping time's not an issue anymore. But on Monday, I wore Coco du Yemen from Les Fleurs de Golf. And then when I got out the shower that night, we went from coconut to lemonade. F Free Time from Salvatore Ferragamo. I pretty much wear this one exclusively out the shower. I don't even really wear it casually anymore. Which I guess out the shower, sitting around the house, is technically wearing it casually. Smells like lemonade. 4 or 5 sprays is all I ever really do out the shower, with tonight's out the shower fragrance being the exception to the rule. And we'll get to that in a little bit when we get to Saturday, because at the recording of this video, it's late Saturday night. But it's one that, nothing special. It's not a must-have, but if you're just looking for something that's very fresh, extremely easy to wear, and smells pretty much like lemonade without smelling just like Dior Homme cologne at the same time, check out F Free Time. They pop up at the rack stores all the time, and they're very cheap online from discounters. Ferragamo F Free Time. Moving into Tuesday, speaking of relatively unique scents. So the Guerlain L'Homme Ideal line is very well beloved, and one that not a lot of people talk about because apparently it didn't get much love when it came out and replaced cologne. Of course, I am talking about Cool in the Guerlain L'Homme Ideal line. It smells like creamy mint chocolate chip ice cream without the chocolate chips. It's that green minty ice cream. The way the creaminess of the almond comes off with this mint note, that's what it reminds me of. Man, it smells so good. It really does. It's a great fragrance that's very underrated. Very. When it came out, it got a little bit of love in the community because it was a new release in this line, because this line is very loved. But it did not get the kind of love that Extreme got, which was its successor, the flanker that came out last, and it's the most recent one, came out after this one. And this is underrated, I believe. If you like minty fragrances, there's no reason not to try this. If you like this line in general, the almond signature that this has, there's no reason not to try it, in my opinion. If you can get a sample, get a sample. If not, hell, if you like the line, it's a must, because I know a lot of people like to collect this line. I haven't gotten Extreme yet. It's the one I don't have, and I will get it at some point, trust me. But man, this stuff is so good. I'm gonna spray it one more time. It's worth at least trying. Minty green ice cream, Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Cool. Underrated gem, just really is. And then that night it was time for a good shave. I went with my Hemingway Accoutrements shave cream, which lathers up real easy. It's a cream, not a soap. And then for an aftershave, I went with Nivea for Men Deep Comforting Aftershave Splash. Nothing special. It's kind of a vanilla bourbon type of scent. I knew it would go well with the scent profile because I don't have the aftershave splash from Hemingway Accoutrements, but I do have the fragrance, the signature eau de parfum fragrance, which for being a tobacco fragrance has a strong aromatic barbershop appeal to it. Pairs greatly with the shave cream, and actually pairs greatly with this like $4 or $5 Nivea aftershave, which don't knock them until you try them. They're cheap. You can get them at most department stores, and they do leave your skin feeling really good, especially if it's not an overly aggressive shave. You might need a little bit more skin care than what this offers, but if it's a mild to moderately aggressive shave, you can get away with this no problem. And then spraying this right behind, you'll get a little bit of alcohol sting from the perfumer's alcohol in here, but man, does it smell really good. Like I said, aromatic tobacco type of fragrance, barbershop appeal, smells fantastic. Out the shower that night, had a shave, Nivea Deep Comforting Aftershave Splash, and Hemingway Accoutrements signature eau de parfum. Moving into Wednesday, so Andrea, Curly Scents. Shout out to you, sis. So she just released a video that's her #1 sexiest men's fragrance. And I gotta tell you, her and Anthony loved this when they smelled it on me. And in Chicago, they ended up getting a bottle from Aura Fragrances, who I've never bought from, but they did buy it from them. Obviously, I'm talking about Cédrat Boisé from Mancera. I watched her video. She gave me a nice little shout out in there. And made me want to wear it. You know, it don't take much to make me want to wear this fragrance because it's fantastic. It's one of the best, if not the best, entry-level niche fragrance that has so much versatility, it's sickening. Like, you can do anything with this. It can work in any season, any age. There's no maturity level to it. There's no playfulness to it. It just works for everything. I love it. It gives off the vibe and does the same job as Aventus. Does not smell like Aventus. So not an Aventus clone, but it's definitely their Aventus. It's Mancera's Aventus is how this is viewed, as it should be. It's their take on that style of fragrance, not that DNA. I want to make sure you understand and don't get confused what I'm saying. It does not smell like Aventus. And I hate that I have to say that every time I talk about this fragrance, but it gets misconstrued, and I want to make sure I'm very clear with what I have to say. But as a standalone fragrance, which is what this is, it's beautiful. Not a super duper beast that it was maybe years ago. I cannot confirm nor deny any reformulation. This bottle is a little over a year old. I had a decant that's a bit older. It definitely performed better, which is what they smelled and what they tried. That was a beast, heavily macerated too. But this is getting there, and I still get every bit of 8 hours off of this. I spray it moderate, I don't go too heavy, 5 to 7 sprays. It lasts pretty much most of my day. It definitely has a pretty strong scent trail. I have gotten several compliments from this fragrance. It's beautiful. If you haven't gotten this yet, this is a must for anybody. Even if you mainly wear cheapies and designer fragrances, if you get one niche fragrance, this probably needs to be it. Mancera Cedret Boisé. And then out the shower that night, one that I have not wore out the shower in a long time. Gap Yuzu and Chino. People that have been watching me for a while, this bottle will look familiar. Used to be in the weekly rotation all the time. So there was a stretch when I was wearing this like crazy, because you can wear this all the time and only put that bit of a dent in it, There was a stretch where I was wearing this sometime 2 nights a week, but it's only 4 sprays at a time, I love it. It smells like oranges. The color's fitting, even though it says Yuzu and Chino, which I don't know what Chino would be, but I don't get much of a Yuzu smell. I get a lot of an orange smell. A beautiful, synthetic, but beautiful orange that's in this one. Don't know how easy it is to get. I've had it for quite a while now, but that's strictly what I use it for out the shower. It's very refreshing. It smells lovely. It's just a nice scent. If you like oranges, you can get it for like 10, 15 bucks. Grab it. Don't perform worth a crap. Boy, it smells good and it's great out the shower. Gap, Yuzu, and Chino. Moving into Thursday, one I have not wore in some time now. And it was due. I was due, and the performance is great on me as from a longevity standpoint, and a nice mild scent bubble that stays, seems like forever. Bleu de Chanel Parfum. This stuff just goes and goes and goes and goes on my skin. I spray my chest, usually spray and a half, 2 sprays, and I just continually smell myself all throughout the day into the evening when it was time for a shower. This is my Bleu de Chanel of choice. It is, in my opinion, the best Bleu de Chanel. Yes, it does not project the most. It's not going to be the biggest attention getter of the Bleu de Chanel line, but it's definitely the best smelling one to me. That's my opinion, and that's how I feel about it, and that's why it's the one that I have. And I tested and tested and tested and tested, because I got this a few years ago. Over and over and over, trying to decide which one I was going to get. And the EDT just does not do it for me. The EDP is nice, but the richness and robustness of the smell in this one, it's just too good for me to get any other one. And the reason I don't get the other one still, even though I have all the, most of the Sauvages minus the Cool Spray, the reason I don't get all the Bleu de Chanels is every time I want to wear Bleu de Chanel, I want this. I don't ever consider wanting the EDP or the EDT. Hottest of weather, coldest of weather, doesn't matter. Love the way this one smells. On occasion, I will get a compliment. It's not all the time because I don't wear it that often. But on occasion, I have gotten a compliment a handful of times. And it's one, like I said, people got to be close to you to smell you, because it's not really pushing out there. But what it is doing, it stays consistent. It acts as a quality parfum. It stays on your skin for a really long time, and what projection you do get, you get almost the whole way through. It's Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Man, it's some good stuff. And then out the shower that night, went with something super fresh. Sean John 3 AM. One of the better cheapies out there. Very, very cheap at the rack stores. Very cheap from discounters online. One of the best atomizers in perfumery. Big old sprays. You can control the atomizer. It's crazy how great this atomizer is. I wish this atomizer was on every fragrance. Not the most important thing. It's just a nice added bonus. And super fresh, fig leaf, leather. It's kind of unique. I don't have anything else that smells like it, and I've got hundreds and hundreds of fragrances. Quite unique. I like it so much I have a 100 milliliter backup bottle. I like to wear this one casually, sitting around the house. Nice hot day. As it starts to heat up, I'm going to start wearing this one even more. And then out the shower, I really get in the mood for it out the shower. It's a very fresh and invigorating scent. And like I said, you can get it super cheap. Out the shower that night. Sean John, 3 AM. Moving into Friday. Okay, so I wore this all day Friday. It was my scent of the day. it was my scent out the shower. And then tonight on Saturday, it's my scent out the shower. And then tomorrow on Sunday, it's going to be my scent out the shower. Really giving Mont Blanc Explorer a fair shake. And I can tell you right now, I'm still just as underwhelmed as I was from my decant. Out the atomizer, it smells lovely. In the air, beautiful. Beautiful in the air. On my skin, meh. I want to like it. I don't hate it. I don't think it's bad. Just don't think it's that great either. It's decent. Do I believe there's a lot of people that will really enjoy this fragrance? Yes, and I know there are a lot out there. Do I also believe there's a lot of people that are going to be disappointed because of how hyped up this fragrance is, and when they get it, they're going to be like, that's it? I think that's going to be the case too. From what I've seen in the comments, that is the case. It's split 50-50. This is one of those polarizing fragrances that we talk about here on YouTube, where some that love, some that hate, some that are mad because they bought into hype and they ended up not liking it. That's the dice you roll when you blind buy. Always sample if you can. And this is one that I did have the opportunity to sample. It always underwhelmed me, and I'm not saying I'm completely underwhelmed. I do see its uses. I have not been enjoying wearing it. I just haven't been thrilled by it either. That's why I want to give it several days in a row of wear. Really spend, a good 3-4 day stretch with it. Spraying it relative, like I was saying, I normally do like 4 sprays out the shower. I have 7 sprays on, 2 on top of my forearm, so I can, as I want to check. I've got my chest sprayed and then 3 around the neck. So that's 6 sprays actually that I have on right now, and it's decent. Not spectacular, but it's decent. And all day on Friday, and then Saturday evening as well, Mont Blanc Explorer, the hype beast itself. Moving into Saturday, now from one that's kind of underwhelming to one that's such a pleasant surprise. This was a blind buy. I spent a lot of time with YSL EDP. Had a 10 ml decant, went through the entire decant. I think I got like 2 sprays left. There's a little bit left. And it's just overwhelming. I'm talking about YSL Y, the Eau de Toilette. So this was a blind buy. I got a fantastic price from Kingdom Fragrances. It was $14 cheaper than buying it from FragranceNet. $14. That's, for designer fragrance, that's a big difference. 68 versus 84. 68 versus 82. That's a big difference in price. And I wore this all day today. And man, I did my unboxing video, first impressions. Very happy with it then. And after wearing it all day, I gotta tell you, I love this damn fragrance. It's great. I like it better than the EDP. I've smelled the Eau Fraiche. Very good, very bright, a bit brighter than this one, and this one's way brighter than the EDP. I will get the Eau Fraiche as we get closer to the summer. Haven't tried the Le Parfum yet. I will try that at some point. But this, man, I'm so glad I went with a bottle of this, because the EDP, it smells great. I will not knock YSL Y EDP because it does not deserve any hate of any kind or any ill will thrown towards it. I have none for it. I've worn it several times, wore out 10 ml of it, did a full review on it, all that. I think it's a great scent. If you want a beast, I mean a strong monstrosity that screams off your skin, YSL Y EDP, it's the blue fragrance for you, I'm telling you. It's great at what it does. It can grab, it can captivate, it can pull in, it can get compliments. It can do all those things. It's versatile, a little much for the summer. It's a little sweeter than this. It's just so cloying. It's so well performing on my skin. It never calms down. And it's a little on the synthetic side, obviously, so it gets to where it's just a big cloud engulfing me all day, to where it gets kind of annoying. It never calms down to where it goes from enjoyable to irritating. I know there's some people that have experienced the same thing, because when I said that in that video that I unboxed this on, a lot of you told me that's your experience too. And like I said, I will not knock it. That's just my experience with it. This on the other hand, way fresher, way more manageable projection, easier to wear, better in a lot of situations. For what I was looking for what I want out of this scent profile, the EDT does what I need. The EDP for that scent profile is too much for me. And look, I have a ton of powerful fragrances that I thoroughly enjoy wearing. That one's just a little much. And I'm not saying I won't get a bottle of it later. I probably will. Like I said, I do thoroughly enjoy it. It's just, this is something I'll get even more wear out of. This will get in the rotation even more than the EDP because it's fresher, because it's lighter. It's got these bright aldehydes up top. It's much more crisp. It's not too light. It's got a nice moderate projection for a solid 2 hours. And then I'm still getting wafts for 7. I got about 6 to 6.5 hours today. I did refresh before we went to dinner earlier. So I don't know what it got after that because I came home and took a shower. But it's great. It's great. Full review coming on Mont Blanc Explorer later in the week. And then I'm going to wear this again probably tomorrow. And there'll be another full review on this one following. So be on the lookout. Out the shower that night on set, which is tonight, Saturday night. Went with Mont Blanc Explorer like I explained a moment ago. Review coming in the next couple of days. And then YSL EDT all day on Saturday. Probably going to be my scent of the day on Sunday as well. Review coming later in the week for this one. Well, that was the rotation. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Because I do appreciate all the feedback and I love hearing from you guys. What did you wear this week? I forgot to mention with YSL EDT, I actually got 2 compliments at the restaurant we went to. We went to a Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen. And I did get 2 compliments while I was there. One from our waitress and one from the hostess when I was putting my name down. So it definitely projects enough. Within a few feet, even with mask on, got a few compliments. It was very nice. It smelled great. My wife loves the way it smells. And I got 2 compliments on the first time I wore it. So put that in the win column for YEDT. And until next time, I will say if you get your hands on any of the fragrances mentioned in this video and you give them a spray now, might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.